Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about 2007 GATE question on plastic analysis. Go through this question. In this question is asking us to find the collapse load. It means most of the questions in plastic analysis. Okay, if you observe the number of questions or all the questions in GATE from plastic analysis, mostly they will ask us to find collapse load only. Of course, there exist some other questions also which we have already discussed. Okay, which we have already discussed. Now coming to this question is asking us to find collapse load. As I said, most of the questions from this topic in GATE asked collapse load, finding out the collapse load. Now for this given beam is asking us to find collapse load. Now how to find the collapse load? The same regular procedure, that is finding out the ds, and then after that finding out the number of plastic hinges required, and then locating the possible locations of those plastic hinges, and then going for the possibilities if exist. Okay, if exist. So now here the given beam is a proper cantilever beam. As we know, okay, given beam is proper cantilever beam. As we know, the ds, static indeterminacy for proper cantilever beam, is 1. Then number of plastic hinges required for the formation of mechanism is 2. Now possible locations. Possible locations. So possible locations, if you observe A. So let us represent the given beam and point of action of load with some alphabets. This is A and this is B. This is the span, and here where one point load is acting and here where another point load is acting. Okay. Now possible locations, if you observe, at fixed end, undoubtedly at fixed end, and then under the loads, that means at C and D. Is that clear, everyone? We require only 2 plastic hinges for the formation of mechanism, but there exist 3 possible locations. Hence we need to go for checking out the possibilities, and in which case the load comes out to be minimum, that is considered as a true collapse load. Clear? So first possibility, let us go with the first possibility. Okay, out of these 3, A is fixed. So for sure plastic hinge will form at that location. Okay, for sure plastic hinge will form at that location. So fix A, and then first let us assume at C, and later in the other case we'll go for D. Okay, so hinges at A and C. Draw the beam diagram. Here where the loads are acting, W and then W. Now where the plastic hinges are forming in this possibility, we have assumed plastic hinges are forming at A and under this point load. Then mechanism diagram will be somewhat like this. Okay, so this is A, okay, this is A, and this is C, and this is C dash, this is D, and this is D dash, and this is B, right? Now wherever plastic hinge is forming, at all those locations plastic moment will develop. So here in the question, for whole span AB, the plastic moment carrying capacity was mentioned as MP. Hence throughout the span the plastic moment is MP. So here it is MP. Here also plastic hinge is forming, MP, and here also plastic hinge is forming, MP. Is that okay? Okay. Now here in the span plastic hinge is not forming at the center. Therefore angle at both the ends is not same. Okay, they are different. They are different. Hence consider this as theta 1, this as theta 2. Okay, this as theta 1 and this as theta 2. Now what is the relation between theta 1 and theta 2? That is, we know that CC dash is same for both the spans, that is for AC, and for CB, CC is same. So now CC is equal to, CC dash is equal to, for this span how much it is? L by 3 theta 1, and for this span it is, so this one 2L by 3. 2L by 3 theta 2. So from this we can evaluate the relation between theta 1 and theta 2. That is, theta 1 is equal to 2 theta 2. That is the relation between Okay, this is the relation between theta 1 and theta 2. Is it clear now, everyone? Based on this, we'll go for the calculation of collapse load for the in this possibility. That is equating external work is equal to internal work. Here external work is done by both the loads. Okay, here external work is done by both the loads. That is W into CC dash plus W into DD dash. This is external work done by both the loads, which is equal to internal work done by plastic moment. Clear? MP theta 1 plus MP theta 1 plus theta 2. Is that okay? So these are the internal works. Now we equate these two. Now CC dash is nothing but how much the CC dash? As we have here, okay, as here we have evaluated the relation between theta 1 and theta 2, and that too we have expressed theta 1 in terms of theta 2. So wherever theta 1 is there, replace theta 1 with theta 2. That's it. And here for external work, CC dash and DD dash write in terms of theta 2, not in terms of theta 1. Okay. For simplicity, that's it. If you write in terms of theta 1 also, no issue. Now what is CC dash in terms of theta 2? That is 2L by 3 theta 2. Theta 2 plus W into DD dash. How much the DD dash in terms of theta 2? That is L by 3. L by 3 theta 2. Is that okay? Is equal to MP. So wherever theta 1 is there, replace it with 2 theta 2. 2 theta 2 plus MP into. So theta 1 is 2 theta 2. So 2 theta 2 plus theta 2. That is 3 theta 2. Now in this total expression, cancel theta 2. Okay, in this total expression, cancel theta 2. So how much we are going to get now? Here 2L by 3 plus L by 3. That is simply L. Okay, that is simply L. So WL is equal to 5 MP. Is that clear? Now collapse load in this case, WU. Collapse load in this case is 5 MP upon L. So in this case, collapse load is 5 MP by L. Now we need to check for other possibility. Okay, that is A and D. Okay, that is A and D. Possibility 2, that is hinges at A and D. Hinges at A and D. Draw the diagram, beam diagram. Again. Here the load is acting, here another load is acting, W. In this case, we are assuming hinges are forming at A and D. Okay, A and D. Now mechanism shape will be like this. In this case also, the hinge in the span is not forming exactly at the center. Therefore, angles at both ends. Okay, therefore angles at both ends is not same. It is different. If it is theta 1, then it is theta 2. Okay. This is A. And this is B. This is C. So this will be C dash. This is D. And this will be D dash. Okay. Now wherever plastic hinge is forming at that location, plastic moment will develop. Now this is MP. This is theta 2 and this is theta 1, right? Here it is MP and here it is M. Okay. So again, external work is equal to internal work. Same procedure. Sectional work is done by both the loads. That is W CC dash plus W DD dash. Okay, W DD dash is equal to MP theta 1 plus MP theta 1 plus theta 2. Is that okay? Theta 1 plus theta 2. Now to get the say final expression, we need to evaluate the relation between theta 1 and theta 2. How to evaluate? By taking the DD. Okay, by using the formula for DD. So DD dash is equal to, if you consider this DB span, it is L by 3 theta 2. Right, it is L by 3 theta 2. And if we consider AD span, it is 2L by 3 theta 1. Now from this we can say that theta 2 is equal to 2 theta 1. Now wherever theta 2 is there, substitute 2 theta 1 in that case, in that place. Okay. So in place of theta 2, substitute 2 theta 1 simply. Now W CC dash. So write CC dash in terms of theta 1. That is L by 3 theta 1. That is L by 3 theta 1 plus W DD dash. Again, write DD dash in terms of theta 1 only. So that is 2L by 3 theta 1 is equal to MP theta 1 plus, here how much? MP theta 1 plus theta 2. How much it is? So here theta 2 is 2 theta 1. That is 3 theta 1, right? Now cancel theta 1 in this whole expression. So theta 1 will get cancelled, here theta 1 will get cancelled, here theta 1 will get cancelled, here theta 1 will get cancelled. Is that okay? And upon simplifying, here L by 3 plus 2L by 3, simply L. So WL is equal to here how much? MP plus 3MP, so 4MP. Is that okay? Finally, the collapse load WU, collapse load WU is equal to 4MP by L. Collapse load W is equal to 4MP by L. Now in first case we get collapse load as 5MP by L. Now in this case we'll get collapse load as 4MP by L. Now which is minimum? Obviously this is minimum. Okay, obviously this is minimum. That is 4MP by L is minimum. Therefore that is considered as a true collapse load for the given beam. That is option B is correct. Okay, option B is correct. Now hold on. As I keep on saying all the time, we need to assume 1 inch format, 1 inch will format fixed end in any case, not only in this question. We have solved some other questions and in we have solved some questions of calculation of collapse load on this concept, and we are going to solve in coming discussions also. In coming questions also, we will solve some other questions in which fixed end will be there. So wherever fixed end will be there in the calculation of collapse load, we assume plastic hinge will form at fixed end. If not, what will happen? Here I will explain. So if you eliminate formation of possibility of formation of plastic hinge at fixed end, now we are left with C and D. Possible location at C and D means under the point load. If we assume formation of plastic hinge only under the point loads, what will happen? Let us see. Then you will realize for sure we need to assume 1 inch will form at plastic hinge. One plastic hinge will form at fixed end always. Okay, you came to know that. So first you take it down. This is the question. So answer for this question is 4MP by L. Now in this question itself I will explain why all the time we assume 1 inch will form at fixed end. Okay, so if you eliminate the possibility of formation of plastic hinge at fixed end, then we are left with C and D, means under the point load. In that case, what is the collapse load we will see, and we will compare with these two cases. Okay. Now here we are assuming plastic hinges at C and D, not at fixed end. Then we will see what will be the scenario. Not only for this case. Now whatever we are discussing, this is valid for all the cases. Okay, it is valid for all the cases in which fixed end is present. So we are assuming plastic hinges at C and D. Now mechanism diagram for this case is like mechanism for this case will be like this. Now here hinge is forming exactly at center for this CB. Therefore angle here is equal to angle here also. This is theta and this is theta. Is that okay? Now wherever plastic hinge is forming, at all the locations plastic moment will develop. Now at the C plastic hinge is forming. Therefore here it is MP. At D also plastic hinge is forming. So here it is MP. Here MP. To calculate the collapse load, we need to equate external work is equal to internal work. Okay, external work is equal to internal work. Here, okay, in this case, external work is done by only this load, not this load, not by this load. Okay, it means here we are going to get more collapse load. Okay, we are going to get a maximum value for collapse load. That is the reason always we have to avoid this case. But here we are discussing why always we assume formation of plastic hinge at fixed end. Okay. So now collapse, no work is done by only this load, not this load. So W into dd dash is equal to this MP try to make this theta 0 and these 2 MPs try to make this theta and this theta 0. So directly I will write 3 MP theta. dd dash is nothing but this is L by 3, this is L by 3, that is L by 3 theta. So W into L by 3 theta is equal to 3 MP theta. Now theta, okay, we can cancel theta in this equation. Finally, the collapse load is 9 MP by L. If we compare this 9 MP by L with this 5 and 4, obviously which is more? This is very more. Okay, this value of collapse load is much greater in comparison with these two cases. So always for collapse load we go with minimum. The reason collapse load here we are expressing in terms of plastic moment carrying capacity. So whenever anything is dealt with internal parameters like plastic moment, then we have to go with the minimum one. Okay, minimum one. So if you don't assume formation of plastic hinge at fixed end, then we'll get maximum value for collapse load, which is not the true collapse load. Because of that reason only, always we eliminate this possibility. What is that possibility? Formation of plastic hinge under these two loads. Apart from this, we go for assuming, okay, apart from this, we go for assuming formation of 1 inch for sure. Okay, for sure, formation of 1 inch at the location of fixed end. That is the reason always we fix the fixed end. Okay, we fix the fixed end for the location, okay, for the possible location of the plastic hinge. And remaining cases, we go for, okay, remaining possibilities, we go for checking possibilities like this. In remaining cases, we go for checking the possibilities like this, either under this load or this load. Or if cross section changes, we go for checking that possibility also. But wherever fixed ends are there, those locations first we'll fix. For what we'll fix? Formation of the plastic hinges. For the formation of the plastic hinges, we fix those two. So it means for plastic hinges will form at fixed ends for sure. And remaining locations we go for checking possibilities like this. Is that okay now everyone? Take this question.